the Michigan State Spartans and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Spartans head coach right before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Spartans ready to kick it away first. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line, corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. Changing the routes with his receiver. Say it. He's going for it all. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That was almost picked off, and what a... That would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, it's Ellison. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. If you gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Out wide right, it's Parachek. They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Spartans have this offense rolling. Fresh set of downs going up top. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Trying to take it back. Past the 50.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here comes the heat. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And it's good from 58 yards out.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Got room at the 35. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down marker.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Hits inside. It's Ellison. Stopped right there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Buying time to his right. Big hit. Knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
And that's a teach tape on third down right there. That's a great job by the defense. Being back, understanding it's third down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Motion from the back. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
He's changing the play.
Booster!
Tavian St. Clair. Just gets rid of that one.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
From the gun on third down, St. Clair. Lets it fly. He's got it down the back. Off and running. The tag. Touchdown, Buckeye. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher can give you a wave of momentum when you throw a 98-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense has been outstanding in coverage early in this game. We're just in the first quarter. Of course, they already have an interception. They should have had their second right there.
Wants to go up top on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Punt is on its way. Hauls it in at the 40. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Throwing St. Clair. Right side, it's Henderson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
29 bounce. 20 and 20 down. Ready. Wide. Up. Sweep, sweep.
Quarterback signaling to his guys.
Jet. Go, go.
St. Clair. He wants it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Rolls right. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The snap sets up the throw. With the catch, it's Parachek. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
2nd down to the air. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Tavian St. Clair rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Out wide right, it's Henderson. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And this offense has really showed me something today, man. They've already put some drives together and made some explosive plays, and now just executing on 3rd down. They've shown you a little bit of everything, and this offense is looking like it's the real deal.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing, say it, look out! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Straight ahead, it's Henderson. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, say it. Left side is Watkins. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Got a little space. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Sayin on the play action. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete. And they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now. They've got to find some answers.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Looks it in. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go play action with Sayin. Pulls it in. It's Henderson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sayin. Escapes the pressure going right. Throws to the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Making the adjustment. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quick give. It's Ellison. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with Air Force taking on the New Mexico Lobos. And it's the Falcons off to the early 7-0 lead here in the first half in what's been a great defensive performance. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Michigan State's offense heads out ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll need a bunch on second down. This time they'll throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Comes down, it's Parachek. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are. And
makes the grab in their space. Smashes through the tackle. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
From the red zone, looking for a man. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the third quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Sends it back in motion. Here's Sayin to throw. Unloads to the right. Swats it away.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball in the ground.
Sayin from the gun on third down. Looking for a deep man. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Looking for room. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Snapped it in the shotgun. Extending the play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Rushes on. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Spartans. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Looking for the two-point try. Out wide left, it's Moore. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further.
Number 9, Celtic kick it away.
Coming out with it, it's Cross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, 5. Go, go.
Looking for room, it's Henderson. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Say it. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. Right side, it's Smith. Caught, and he's got room. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Quarterback changing the play. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Ready, go.
Calls his own number. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So a drive there of 85 yards. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Spartans offense, ready to go to work. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Parachek. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field. Route
snags it, and he's open. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Working the ground game. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Turning it on. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Slings it downfield. Right side, it's Parachek. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Spartans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the move. Touchdown, Sparty. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Number 9, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll try the right side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, 1, you lost yards, but 2, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay in bounds. Just go down.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put this one in the vault. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing, say it. Moving out to the right. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Sayin. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack.
Going long. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time.